Alrighty guys, so right now I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to make a basic calculator. We're going to be going through I'm going to be going through three different programs, but for this video I'm going to be going through one program because I'm like, why would you guys watch the whole video, right? Like if I have like three whole programs. So I'm going to have three separate videos for that, and I'm going to be uploading those on a playlist that I made. The playlist is called Python Programming Beginner to Advanced, and this is going to be actually for absolute beginners. I'm a beginner myself, but like I'm pretty good at this stuff. So like let's get into making a basic calculator. Alright, so let's get to making a basic calculator. If you guys are excited, make sure to leave a like. That actually helps with my algorithm. I mean, I am a pretty beginner, so okay, let's work on making a basic calculator. So let's think, what do we need to make a basic calculator first? I think we need operators, right? Like addition, multiplication, subtraction, division. So let me make a variable called operators, opeartors. So my operators, I'll set it to the user input because I want the player, the user, to like enter an operator. So I'll set it to the input, and let me add something like select an operator. Okay, select an operator, and let me actually specify which operators I want them to select. Did I like mess up the spelling? Guys, I cannot this thing because my mic and my keyboard is in an awkward distance. Okay, so my operators are going to be addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Guys, my tongue is slipping way too much these days. Alright, so my operator is set to the input. Select an operator, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, so next what do we need? We need numbers. So like they need to add a number, add another number. Since it's a basic calculator, I'm going to make it the way that I learned. And like shout out to that YouTuber. I'll make sure to leave his um that video link in the description. So like go check it out. Okay, so I need numbers. So let me add number one. So it's another variable. Number one equals to the input. Enter your first number. Okay, so this is going to be enter your first number. And like, why am I adding spaces here? Like, why am I adding colon and space? It looks much better. Like, if I run it, like, actually looks much better here if I add the colon and space compared to if I like don't add that. It's going to just be like, ugh. Yeah, so I'm just going to like cancel this and like control Z. Okay, perfect. Alright, so that's number one, and now we can add number two. And if you're just lazy, just control C to copy, enter, and like control V to paste, and just change that to number two, and like first number to second number, and there. Okay, so do we need anything else? We have operator, we have numbers. I don't think that we need anything else, so like let's go to the new tab. Now let's use our if statements. And if you guys don't know what if statements is, check out my week 2 video. I posted it like right before this video. So yeah, there I gave you guys a brief overview of the if statements. Okay, so let's see what else, like what if statement should we write. So if my operators is equal to, let's go with addition. Okay, so if my operator is equal to the plus sign, let's go with, let me make another variable. So why am I making another variable? I'll make one called result and set that result variable to another formula now. So what is the formula? So number one plus number two. So if my operators is equal to addition, number one result equals to number one plus number two. I'm not adding two equal to's here because my result, I don't already have a result variable for it to be equal to a string, an integer, a boolean, or like a float. So just one. So if my operator is equal to plus sign, results equals to number one plus number two, and I want to print, let me print something like your answer. And Okay, here's the f string. I forgot to tell you guys. Let me just delete this. Now to write a f string. So first type print, add a pair of parentheses, type f. It can be a lowercase f or an uppercase f. I prefer lowercase. You guys can write anything. Okay, after writing f, add a pair of quotes. It could be double quotes and single quotes. My personal preference is double quotes because I like told you guys in the my week 1 video of my 100 days learning Python series, or like learning Python for 100 days series. So like, yeah, go check that out. Okay, so I print. So what am I going to print? Print your answer. It's just, you guys can just format it however you want. And now add a pair of curly parentheses and type my result variable in. So if, so like, what does the whole command say now? Let's just talk about this command. So it says, tell Python to make an operator and set that operator to the user input select an operator. And then tell Python to make 2 more variables, number 1 and another variable called number 2. And set those 2 variables to the user input, enter the first number and the second number. Set it to the user input because user input, like, people could type their numbers if it's set to the input. Okay, and we're still missing here one thing. I'll go through that in a bit, but we already learned about it. It's called typecasting, but let's go through this first. Okay, so if my operators is, and then here this part now. So tell Python if my operators variable is equal to plus the plus from here, but this plus doesn't count, so like I'm specifically making a plus here, so yeah. And then if my operator is equal to plus, tell Python to make another variable intended inside my if operator, like with my if statement, because if it's here, so like this is called like indented or something like that. So like if I were to cancel this and like cut the space out, it's gonna give me an error because my if operator doesn't have control over my result variable now. So, and to like indent it, like copy, like if you want to mass indent your stuff, just highlight it all and hit tab. So it does this. Okay, so if my operator is equals to plus result, a new variable equals to number 1 plus number 2, and print your answer is result. Okay, and now what are we missing here? Since we're working with calculators, an easier way to do this is like whenever number is involved, always typecast it to either a float or an integer. So since number is involved here and it's a calculator, so I want decimal point numbers, I'll typecast it to a float. So type float and make sure you guys add these parentheses. So float here and boom. Okay, there you go. So now let's add something else. I have like 4 more. So I could do 2 things. Type this whole thing or just like copy and like paste, hit enter, 1 backspace, copy, hit enter, 1 backspace, paste. Yeah, that's pretty good. But with this thing, you gotta be careful. Whichever ifs you'll see, you gotta change that to else if, because like I just know you just gotta change it to else if. I mean, I am getting to know why and everything, but yeah, I'll be teaching you guys that more in the future because this is like for beginners, so like not that basic or intermediate level stuff, just beginner level stuff. Okay. So else if operators equals subtraction, result equals to number 1 minus number 2. Else if operators equals to multiplication, result equals to number 1 multiplied by number 2. Else if operators equals to division, result equals to number 1 divided by number 2. So well, that's basically it for our calculator program. Let's see if it works properly. Select, oh wait, there's one more thing that I'll add it after this. So select an operator. Let me go with addition. So 34 and 65. If I were to hit enter, it's gonna say your answer is 99. And if I were to go back again, let's go with divisions. Let's get some juicy decimal point numbers. This and then 2.87. We get 1.3891986062717777. Well, what if I want to write something like pizza? Enter your first number. Let's add 1, 2. It doesn't give me anything. Here's where the else statement comes. Else, if none of these is matched, that means definitely my this is going to be wrong. My operator's input is going to be wrong. So else print. Let's print another f. So add type print, add a pair of parentheses, type F, capital or lower, I prefer lower, and then add a pair of quotes and add like a pair of curly parentheses and type operators is invalid. Or you could even write operator is not a valid operator, please pick again. Let me just write please pick again. Okay, there you go, there you go. Okay, please pick again. Let me just Unix this. Okay, now if I were to go up and write pizza, bunk, first number, let's go 2343. Pizza is not a valid operator, please pick again. Although for more like life to this, I like add single quotes, because I can add single quotes inside my pair of double quotes, but I cannot add single quotes inside a pair of single quotes, and I can add double quotes inside a pair of double quotes. So yeah, so right now if I were to go and type pizza and like 2 3, pizza is not a valid, is invalid, pick again. Alrighty, so that's basically it for a basic calculator. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, share and subscribe. Liking helps with my algorithm, and like sharing, like why not, subscribe with cherry on top. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.